Welcome to Meet the HR Show with me, Laura Nell, and today we are here at St. Jerome's Center and we'll be speaking to the project manager, Mr. Carl Maganga. Mr. Carl Maganga, thank you for having us today.
Asante,
Tell us, asante sana, who is Carl?
So Carl Maganga is a very simple, humble guy, project manager at the St. Jerome Center. Here we help the less fortunate. We deal with orphans, vulnerable, and abandoned. Mostly now we have tried to measure so much on the abandoned because like we have realized we have so many cases of abandoned children within Nakuru North. Yeah, so here at the St. Jerome's family, we try to rescue those children. It depends now on individual cases. At times now we'll get children that need counseling. The one that some are abandoned because of they come from some abusive families, neglected, and such cases. So we handle each case individually.
Okay.
Yes.
As a project manager, just like you've mentioned, it's such a huge role. For how long have you been a project manager?
I've been a project manager now for 9 years.
9 years?
Yes.
Hey, how did you begin?
I used to volunteer since I was in primary school. First, my mom was, she left her job. She's a professional teacher. But again, she left her job so that she can start assisting children, street children, or children connected to the streets. So during holidays or when I'm not going to school, I'll go with my mom to go and assist her. We used to go to St. Francis. We used to go to Mwangaza. So I'll go try talking to the children, play with them, assist in serving food, splitting firewood and things like that. At times I'll assist them with their homeworks and things like that. So even when I went to college, still then I was in primary school. So when I went to college, I still I will will go and hustle.
Still volunteer.
Yeah, I'll still go and volunteer with some. At times I'll go alone. At times I'll go with friends. But I used to do also my birthdays in children's homes. And
That's really nice.
At times I'll do it in the streets.
Yeah.
But even last year, so I did it also in the streets. Yeah. So there's this thing I loved and I still love. Yeah. Working with the less fortunate.
Yes.
Yeah. So after I completed my O levels, I joined college, I was still volunteering. But then there was this funny part whereby while I was in college, I'll still I had some sales and marketing job that I was doing. I was volunteering somewhere for some little money. And funny enough, I'll still go and volunteer somewhere to Mwangaza, St. Francis, and all the money that I've earned in that week.
Back there.
Yes, it goes back to to supporting the less fortunate.
Yes. And while in college, were you studying project management or something in that line?
No. I loved and I still love IT, and also I love sales and marketing. I would love to see adverts, ads, So I really wanted to be that guy,
Yes.
IT guy or guy that does sales and marketing, to companies and organizations. But again, my heart was somewhere different.
It was elsewhere and life had other plans.
Yeah. By the way, while I was still in college, I was assisting women that are HIV positive. And I used to work with a group in Rescos, the St. Joseph's there. Yeah, so through the power of God, I had I supported that group, and they had their own a support group. They got even their own piece of land. Then it wasn't now they hadn't got the title deed, but at least I tried and got them some support. They were making bids. They were making a bucket, and there's somebody that will assist them to sell them abroad.
During that time, were you still in school or
Yes,
outside?
I was still in college.
So you're still hustling
Yes.
at the same time in school,
Yes.
pursuing a course that you're let me just pursue because we like how sales and marketing and IT go together. Then at the same time, you're still volunteering, helping others.
Yes.
Now, at what point did you realize sales and marketing and IT, I love you too much, but you know, I have to go to my first love, which is just helping the less fortunate and helping other people?
After doing like college, I think for 2 years, then I was like, now what am I really doing? You know, I'm a Christian, so I do go to church. So there was this Sunday, my pastor preached that and said that, you know, when you're working where like your heart is,
Yes.
you know, where you're working where God has stationed you to be, you know, you will never miss an opportunity that God had planned for you. After church, when I was thinking about that word, so I was like, by the way, ninafanya sales and marketing, ninafanya IT, but my heart is in, like, you know,
Elsewhere.
working in community projects or like working with the less fortunate. Why don't I do a cause that is like related with what I love doing most?
Yes.
Yeah. So hapo tukaanza hapo kidogo kidogo, I like, you know, nikaanza kufanya research work and be doing like, you know, some short courses about child rights protection, gender-based violence, NGO CBO management, HIV and AIDS management, because then, like I said, niko na work na support group. Yes. So I thought then I should like be doing something that is related with that.
Yeah.
So I thank God I met, there's this youth organization that used to be called Kenya Youths Against Gender Violence Programs. Yeah. So like they really groomed me to be who I am today.
So while still doing the short courses, you're still doing your
volunteering work.
And also your other courses.
Yes, sales and marketing.
You didn't drop it?
I didn't. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Then while I was doing sales and marketing course and IT, also I was working with this, like, you know, herbal companies. I used to have by then my briefcase.
You had decided that this Nakuru, you will be earning and not just staying in the house, and you're like,
yes.
there is no job, there is nothing coming out.
By the way,
Yes.
there's a point that I missed.
Yes.
My parents, they never paid for my college. I did. I come from a family of 9. And I'm the 5th born, 4 before me and 4 after me. So like,
Yes.
yeah, so like my mom had a lot. Yeah, so by then my mom and my dad separated after some time. So my mom was like left with all that burden. So it was kind of difficult for my mom, like, you know, to pay for my college, and I've got other like 4 brothers and sisters in secondary school. Yeah. So it was kind of expensive. So I said to myself, why can't I like look for an organization whereby, or a college whereby I can be volunteering there, then, like, you know, they can be paying my school fees.
Yes.
And that's what I did. So I was volunteering at the same time I'm in school. So while I was doing that, now like when I stopped now doing like sales and marketing, like a course, so I joined an organization called Kenya Youth Against Gender Violence Program. So because I didn't have money to pay for all those courses, yeah, so I asked them if like I can be volunteering with them, I can be doing sales and marketing for them, then they can be paying for my school fees.
Did mom have a say in that and say, we decided we were doing sales and marketing and the IT. Yeah. How are you on the other side? Yeah,
so my mom was kind of concerned. My dad, on the other hand, he really wanted me to do accounting because my dad is a professional accountant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my mom had an issue with that, but then I told mom, I think I should do like what is in my heart. And another thing also, school fees at college inakuwa ni challenge.
True.
You know, and expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but kama this organization has accepted, I can be volunteering. Then then I can be like, you know, doing courses there for free.
Yes.
Why not?
Now, for how many years did you like intern or volunteer in the various places you've mentioned? For how long?
I started volunteering when I was in class 6. So.
Till what age?
Yeah, in class 6 then it was in 2000.
Okay,
in 2000 I was in class 6. Yes. So from 2000, I started volunteering in 2000 up to 2011.
So that's close to 11 years.
Yes, I was just volunteering. I was volunteering without expecting a pay. Yeah, other times when you volunteer somewhere, they give you like, you know, money for transport. And some like, you know, watakwambia santi, Mungu akubariki.
And you say, it is well with my heart.
Yes,
now, it took you 11 years. At what point in your career did you decide, enough with the volunteering, enough with the internship. I really now need to get a job. Yes.
So while I was still volunteering, I was like, now I'll still need some money to like, to also continue volunteering. Yeah. So like I've sent like, I can't remember how many CVs. Because like ukipata opportunity, ukisikia kwa gazeti, ukisikia kwa any NGO,
please tell
you just like, you just like, send CVs. Nimetuma hata sijui ni ngapi, by the way.
Very many.
So many of them. So like, while I was doing that, like, sending CVs and things like that. So like it came to a point whereby like, I remember I was at Annex Hospital back in 2011, December. And I remember I was with my good friend. We had gone to see his aunt that was not feeling well. So like, while I was sitting there, my friend akaniuliza aje, hey Carl, man, umevolunteer kwa muda mrefu, man, hauna job. What's your plan?
What do you have in store?
Mimi nikamwambia aje, hata mimi pia huwa na feel I also want to have like, my life.
Yes,
watu wenye tulianza kusoma na wao, unaona watu
they have already moved on with life, they are building themselves.
Wengine hata mpaka wameza mpaka family. And I'm still here like, unajua.
What's happening?
That one really hit me like, unajua, so hard. And I was like, nikamwambia Mungu wenyewe, God, nimevolunteer for so long. Yeah. And now I'll want like, to have like my own life. I'll also want to have a family. Yeah. So nikiwa hapo nikasema, I said from today I'm going to challenge God. Unaona? Ndio aweze kufanya nini? As in I create a reason as to why God should bless me.
Yes.
Yeah, so like nikaanza like not volunteer more, not just like outside, like that's to the children's home and so women that are like HIV positive. I also like, I said that up even in my own house. Kwa naambia mami, mimi ndo nitaosha vyombo, mimi ndo nitaosha nyumba. John, even my brothers and sisters, I'll brush their shoes. I'll even help them to like, to wash their uniforms. Just creating a reason as to why God should bless me.
Please come through.
And when I was getting now like this, because like then, like I said, we started by just like, assisting like,
just
children.
Helping around.
Yeah, we're just like assisting, na pesa nyiko nakuja ni kidogo, si pesa nyiko tasema aje like it will get a salary, you'll get something from it, Yeah, but bado still, yeah, well I started now doing like the causes to help the less fortunate and things like that. I had an idea. I said like, why not have like, documents like, to start my own children's home. Yeah, my full name is Carl Donald Aloysius Maganga.
Take it from the top again. Carl what now?
My full name is Carl Donald Aloysius Maganga.
Aloysius.
Yes.
Hey,
now, like I was thinking now, like if I start a children's home, I'll call it Carl Donald's Foundation. I still have those documents to date. So like I had like, to put all the paperwork together so that just in case, if God blesses me, because I was like very sure God is going to bless me because of the work I'm doing. So that I can start my own children's home. So like now after that, now annex up, we were like, reflecting my life.
That's December 2011.
2011. I told God, sasa hii 2012 mimi nita volunteer as much as I can. Na nikapatia God like, targets.
Timeline.
Yes, timeline.
By this time,
Kambia Mungu,
God.
2012 I'll volunteer. 2013, I'll want an official job. Nai Mungu ni nani?
2013.
2012,
yes.
The guys that we were volunteering with for some time, yeah, since 2009, when you wasaidia like na watoto, nini where to get these children, like, identifying like, needy cases and things like that. Those guys wakakuwa kintafuta since December 2012 because they like contact just as zingine like na communicate unajua ni years hata you don't expect if like
they'll remember
yes,
you.
even they remember, even they still have your contacts.
Yes.
Unaona? Sasa hata unashika shughuli yako, you do your own things. Unaona? January 2013. Sorry, date 6 tukapatana wao jioni. Wakaniambia do hivi, yeah? Tomorrow morning, then was 7th January. Tomorrow morning ninilaje kuja mali fulani tupatane, we see what we can like, we can do.
Yeah.
So by then just then tuko tunasaidia na wao when walikuwa kwa huko langa, but then wakiwa na move ikiwa naenda workers kaambia nyinyi endeleeni, let me also like because then nakazana na kole niko na support group like yenye na work nayo. So he had a lot, na then kuna Kashabi, so walking all the way to Kashabab mpaka Mawanga,
it's a process.
Mbali, na sasa umeenda umevolunteer, umeacha kila kitu, you don't have even transport to go back home.
So ni route 11.
Unasaidia mpaka hata unakosa nauli ya kurudi home, so like ikakuwa ni challenge.
Yes.
So then wakakuja na now then they started hapo Mawanga. So wakaniambia so kesho asubuhi kuja huko. Funny enough kulikuwa na watu wengine that were qualified than me, unajua.
But God.
Yeah. Sasa mimi nilipoenda hapo wakati wengine wanaendelea na interview, mimi niko hapo like I was playing with children, naongea na wao, kuuliza nini hata sishughuliki, hata sikumbuka hata nilikuwa supposed to go for an interview. Naacha nikwambia weird enough siko hata mpaka na like na my documents.
You just went the way you are.
Yes, mimi na simu yangu na notebook yangu. I always carried notebooks. Na kufika hapo mimi kaelea hapo na shughuli zangu na watoto. From there oje sasa kulikuwa na another kulikuwa na director, kulikuwa na 2 volunteers, na there was another madam mwenye alikuwa just volunteer kwa like kama kashosho. So vile sasa mimi naendelea hapo kutetea na watoto. Baadaye watu wenye walikuwa wamekuja hapo wakaambiwa aje. Okay, then kutoka hapo then si wakaambiwa waende mimi.
The interview is over.
Mimi tukakuja hapo tukaongea na wao, kwanza if you know nikaelezea like all the process that they are supposed to follow before like the home iko registered nini. Nikaelezea just like ile briefly to ile
the one that you've been getting from the volunteering and the internship.
Because I've been doing this for over 10 years, you know. So after kunisikiza kaniambia do hivi. Get this 1,000 shillings.
Yes.
Kesho kuja asubuhi. So nilipotoka kama transport. Sasa mimi natoka nje nikiwa na mabeshte zangu nje nilikuwa tumekuja nao nimewaleta. Wananiambia jamani sasa tutabidi aje tupite hii shortcut tutokeze hapo Mawanga. Kauza kwa nini namjapia transport? Unacheki? Ndio transport aje.
It's you the only one who was given transport.
Yeah, weird enough. So like mimi kaenda sana kile nashukuru Mungu, naambia sasa like Mungu sasa nipate to just the grace like to serve you to like to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah. So by the time you were coming back, now you were coming back as the project manager just by the deeds that you were doing hapo.
Unajua just like niliambia wewe kuja kesho asubuhi. Mimi sana nikasema anyway maybe angetaka pia nimsaidie na hiyo process nini, because I've helped like 3 organizations to do that. So I was not sure, nikasema anyway, nikasema Mungu wenye tu utanipatia that's what I'll do. So the following day in the morning mimi nikakuja kanambia now where do we start. Mimi nikaelezea ni nini, akaanza like how much would you want to be paid nini. Sasa then hiyo ni tricky question kuuliza mtu hiyo.
I even want to know how are you able to like quote, and all this time you'll be internships and volunteership. How are you able to quote your salary?
Acha nikwambie niliulizwa hiyo swali kwanza nikasweat, I was like how much? Nikamwambia aje what you can do, kwa sababu you are starting, unaona kwa size mnaweza nipatia kitu yote kidogo yenye mko nayo, unaona? Usijali ni how much, unaona? Whatever will give me mimi like ningependa nisaidie home, na not all just kusaidie home but nione at least iko registered, you are doing like things official. So from there huyo madam akaniambia like we'll just give you what we have, kwa sababu size we are just starting, but ikiwa tunaendelea maybe after 6 months tutaona like nini progress vile iko, what you're doing, then from there then tutaanza kuongezea salary.
Fast forward till right now where we are, still at St. Jerome's Center. You have workers here who you work together with so as to help the children. How do you delegate roles in terms of you need to move around, you need to get things done, because before you arrived, you were busy in the chiefs or just busy somewhere. How do you delegate and say, when you reach there, look for this one, he'll be able to help you or she'll be able to help you? How do you delegate roles? What's your criteria? At
the St. Jerome Center, well, I love, like, my staff, like, the way, like, tumezoea na wao, because we do have, like, some monthly meetings. So, tumezoea kukua na ile, like, vile naambia, unajua, I cannot be there for them to be monitoring every now and then. Unajua, niwe ni ufanye kazi yako, vile unatakaniwa. If you don't, unaona, kuna watu wengine wenye wanahitaji kazi.
True.
But I thank God alinipatia watu faithful, watu honest, watu hardworking, So it kind of like, I'll say, easy on my side to delegate issues, because like mara nyingi ka mlikuja saa zile I'm not here. So like now like this is what we did, tuli divide roles, yeah. So at least kuna nini caregiver, then wewe anajua roles zake zinafaa kufanya. Kuna social worker, yeye anajua kazi anafaa kufanya. Tuko na like godfather, kuna
Godfather.
Yes, na godmother mwenye like ako in charge ya boys, mko in charge ya girls, unaona?
Yes.
Because at times like we do have like not really like mentorship, but like somebody to talk to.
In such a setup, do you have something like an downgrade in salary?
I think that one has happened once, yeah. Especially okay, during this corona period, like we have like one auntie that is like that the age that like the government Minister of Health said that like they're vulnerable, yeah. So like that's the only time whereby like we ask her like to stay at home while others are working, but then kazi yenye alikuwa anafanya itakuwa shared with these other aunties. Then like tukaelewana na ita like tatoa only like 5k from your salary, the rest itakuwa the rest atapatiwa hiyo 5k peke yake ndio itafanya nini, itakuwa shared na watu wenye wanakusaidia kwa kazi yako. Yeah, I guess that's the only time I don't like mtu, acha nikwambie, this is what I've realized. When you make somebody comfortable in what like in their field, they'll give you their best, but ukimfinyilia maybe ukimthreaten ama kifeel threatened, trust you me, they want to give you like their very best. And when you are working with the children, you need somebody to have like
that hard.
Yes, that not just that hard, but at least some sort of motivation. Unaona, acha nikwambie, working with the children and wenye si wako, it's not that easy. If it's not a calling, wengine ni stubborn. Some like they have their own personal issues, some like because of their background, inakuwa challenge.
Yeah. You've mentioned motivation.
Yes.
How do you motivate your staff?
There are various ways. Like times like we do give them like gifts. At times like we do take them out instead like having meeting kwa ofisi, we have like meetings outside the office, like we enjoy ka lunch, unaona. Yes. So and also in Christmas, in December, we do give them some bonuses. Okay. Yes, now depending on what we have.
Okay.
Yes.
In every industry, they say they can't lack creativity. In such a career, is it important for one to be creative?
Yes.
And how?
Actually, like I'll say, when you're working with children, you have to be creative in so many ways. One, the way you deal with the children, the way you handle their issues, the way like you talk to them, because like unakuwa naongea na wao from time to time, nini, unaona times wanachoka, so you have to be creative, at times even like you have like to give them some sort of like incentives, wachangamuke, at times you have like to introduce some games, like hata kama unajua when umevaa suit nini, you have at times to come in casual, you just try and be creative, like have fun with them, do something with them, unaona, just like you have at times to go out of your way, to just like be creative, like help them like to do what maybe they love doing, or maybe so that they can be listening to you, so that maybe like they can do at times what you want. Yes.
Okay, now I'd like you to give your parting shot for that person who is taking project management, social work, community work, community development, just around that field, because for you it has taken a lot of volunteering, internship, and just looking for what have I been called for. Please.
In any field, I'll say like it's good if it comes from your heart, not because that kuna job opportunity, not because of like maybe what your parents want you to do, or your friends, or like which cause it's cheap or available. I'll say it's good to do something that is in your heart. When you do that, like I said before, when you stay in line with the purpose, yeah, that the plan that God had for you, it's very easy for God to bless you. And for you to realize your purpose is by like, doing what you love doing. And by doing so, trust you me, you'll have an easy life. You won't struggle so much.
Now, one last question. In your career, the way you've been working, you've been having people working under you.
Yeah.
Have you had one person who came out under your leadership and is now doing almost the same thing that you're doing in a different organization? Like went from being a caregiver and now they're a project manager somewhere or a lead social worker?
I would say I've had several social workers, I've had several volunteers, several caregivers, and here at St. Jerome Center we try and give them our best. I try also to mentor them because also on my side also ningependa sana by the time I'm leaving St. Jerome, I have somebody who can do similarly the same thing or even more than what I'm able to do, because I believe in succession. Yeah. So I've had some volunteers. I've had I've had one volunteer and 2 social workers that are right now they're project managers. One is a project manager and the other one is assistant project manager, and one is now like a social worker in another organization. I've had one right now ako Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yes.
You must be a proud mentor.
I'm very proud. From time to time akiwa napita because ako na project in Uganda, akiwa nakuja napita say hi and things like that. I have one mwenye alikuwa sasa kama volunteer hapa saizi akuko hivyo Lodwa, kuna some project wenye nafanya huko na some NGO and he's doing really well. So I'll say okay, I've tried. Yeah.
But we are continuing.
Yes, we are continuing.
Thank you for having us today.
Asante
We
sana.
really appreciate. That has been Meet the HR Show, and we've been able to talk to Mr. Carl Maganga. It has been amazing, and I hope you've gotten one or two from just being a project manager or a social worker or a community development worker, and you're like, what's the next step? Don't give up. Continue and just look for your passion. From me, Larnell, bye-bye.